Welcome to the Hope is Not a Plane podcast, where we address tough questions head on, face our problems, and highlight our hopes by providing actionable planning steps to improve ourselves, mind, body, and spirit. Now, let's get logged in and get locked on to this episode of the Hope is Not a Plane podcast. Hey everybody, welcome to the first episode of Unfiltered Friday. This is the real talk companion to the Hope is Not a Plane podcast. Today I'm going to dive into the whirlwind of those essential elements, those 7 pillars of a balanced life that I shared earlier in this week, which are ownership, mindfulness, movement, boundaries, connection, sleep, and even faith. So buckle up. Let's get on this ride. So the first is ownership, right? Let's start with writing your own narrative, not going with what you see on social media, what you think somebody else wants to do. The first step is owning what you can control. And part of ownership is letting go. What can't I control? We spend so much time absorbing all the external noise, judging ourselves against unrealistic standards. This Friday, let's reclaim our stories. What experiences, strengths, and challenges truly define you, good listener? So here's your action. Here's your planning element. Take 5 minutes today, right now. Write it down. Grab a pen and paper. 3 things you deeply own, yourself, good or bad. And remember, it's your journey, right? So embrace it and be honest with yourself. You have to be objective and open. Pillar number 2, mindfulness. Are you feeling overwhelmed? Right? Mindfulness is great. I shared some resources. You can Google them. So consider this. It's not about emptying your mind, right? That's impossible. Even during mindfulness and some of the prompted things, they say thoughts come and go. Let those thoughts go. That's part of the practice, right? Let's just start simple. 3 mindful breaths. In your nose, out your mouth. Science proves that helps, and it feels good. Close your eyes. Feel the air enter. Feel it leave your body. Notice the distracting thoughts. Let them fall out, and guide your attention back to that breath. Do that 3 times, a few times today. It's extremely helpful. Pillar number 3, movement. Our bodies are awesome, right? They're amazing. Movement is essential for our physical and mental well-being. No gym membership needed, right? You can find joy by dancing. Dancing around in place is actually another way to relieve stress and feel better. Dance in your living room, stretch on the floor, throw on YouTube. There's endless resources, yoga, just whatever, all that kind of stuff. But 10 minutes, right? 10 minutes, go for a walk. Walk around your house. Boost your mood, but commit to 10 minutes, right? Move your body, feel your body, be present in your body. Pillar number 4, boundaries. Saying no is an act of love, not selfishness. So set those healthy boundaries for your time and your energy and your emotions. Practice saying no to things that drain you and yes to things that nourish you. So today or this weekend, pick something to say no to that you would usually say yes to, but it doesn't fulfill you. What are you not going to do this weekend? Not drink, not stay up late, not get up early, not talk to that person that always complains to you. Whatever it is, set your own boundaries. Pillar number 5, connection. Humans are social creatures, so craving connection is natural. Feeling disconnected is also natural, unfortunately, these days, even though we're so connected with the internet. But remember, quality over quantity matters, right? So nurture genuine connections with people. Here's a simple practice. Call someone you love. Call a friend you haven't talked to for a while. And just listen and share what you've been up to and have a good conversation. Make that connection or reestablish connections that you've lost. It's one phone call. It can be 5 minutes. It can be an hour. Who knows? Pillar number 6, sleep. Sleep is not a luxury. It's a necessity. Now, I remember earlier this week I talked about we can get along with not a lot of sleep for quite some time, but we shouldn't do that on purpose, right? So this weekend, pick a day where you're going to prioritize it. You're going to create a relaxing routine. You're going to dim the lights a couple hours before bed. You're going to maybe read a book. You're not going to look at your phone or watch TV right at the bedtime. You're going to wind down, put some Zen music on. And just remember, when we're well rested, we generally feel a lot better. So commit to a night this weekend or next week to better sleep. Number 7 is faith. This is optional based on who you are and what you think, but I'm telling you it is helpful. I'm not guessing. Whether you find meaning in religion, spirituality, or a connection to something bigger and greater than yourself that's science or natural, faith is a powerful source of strength and hope. So this weekend, go outside, go sit in the back of a church, Go sit in the front of a church. Sit there and say some kind of prayer that you may know nothing about, or look up some prayers and say those. It's helpful to say it in the morning and in the evening. To go outside at some point during the day and get sunshine, just look at the nature. If you're in a city, find a park. If you can't find a park, being in sunshine on the concrete's better than being inside in your fluorescent lights or whatever kind of lights you have. So everybody, commit to taking action this weekend. And through those actions, your quick plan is for ownership. 3 things you want to improve on. Write them down. Mindfulness. Take 3 deep breaths in your nose, out your mouth a few times today or this weekend. Movement. Commit to moving at least 10 minutes every day this weekend. Boundaries. Pick something to say no to this weekend. Connection. Call someone you love or that you haven't spoken to in a while. Sleep. Practice good sleep hygiene 1 night this weekend. See how it does. Faith. Give thanks to something bigger than you and get out into nature. I thank you for coming to the Hope Is Not a Plan podcast in this first edition of Unfiltered Friday. You can do amazing stuff, people. You just got to take that first step. So stay safe out there, wash those hands, and I wish you all Godspeed.